how police can honestly do whatever they want and get away with it. How I feel personally.
Bro, you can't put no phone away. I know my rights. Bro, you can't put no. Bro, you can't put no phone away. I know my rights. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Y'all can't tell me put no phone away, son. I can't tell me put no phone away. What happened? What happened? Y'all can't tell me put no phone away. Y'all can't me nothing though. I ain't do nothing, but y'all can't tell me nothing. Cause I know my rights. See, I ain't gonna do that to a black nigga like me. Ain't no none of that, bro. Ain't no none of that, bro. See this?
Of assault for attacking and punching the teenager. A teenager who they say was doing nothing wrong at the time he suffered a punch straight to the face, a punch captured on video.
It is a police punch that could cost the city of New York $5 million. Cell phone video shows one of New York's finest slugging 15-year-old Benjamin Marshall as officers arrived to quell a wild melee on a downtown Brooklyn subway station platform Saturday afternoon. Today, the teenager and his parents gathered at the law office of Attorney Sanford Rubenstein to announce the filing of a $5 million notice of claim against the city.
He went down to the J Street train station to retrieve his bag, and while he was there, he was punched multiple times by one of New York's finest.
The only way that we're going to get change is if those police officers who commit criminal acts are held accountable and put in jail. If that doesn't happen, nothing's going to change.
Police brass placed the officer, assigned to the 84th Precinct, on non-enforcement duty. Because of the pending litigation, Police Commissioner James O'Neill offered few details about the officer's actions, but he did say,
any violence on a subway platform is especially dangerous. People have a responsibility, a duty, to comply with the police.
the teenager's mother told reporters her son has never been in trouble before. Victoria Noel said her teenage boy can't sleep, has missed school, and is still suffering physically.
He has a concussion. He has what is it, on the forehead. He had swelling on the temple, and he had a bruise in the back of his neck.
Now, job reassignment and additional training will do nothing to minimize the outcry and the outrage from the parents and civil rights activists who say the accused officer should be fired and again should be prosecuted. And they plan to make their voices heard again on Monday when they have a march tentatively scheduled, a march that will go from the J Street station all the way to the 84th Police Precinct.
Let's go. That's only logical, cause I'm true, man. Now who the obstacle? So basic, watch me place. The world's faced it. It's natural for separation. Play the cases. Some anonymous is to my intent. With the diamond bliss, like jewelry. You hold on, you'll see if it kills me. All city, bound to be rich without the filthy. I play skip me, your glance don't tilt me. My past step get me to the point. I'm not moved by no thing. Man on material, blind without the sympathy. Never been inside, unless it was a B.I. Although they got plans to knock me, I feel like I'm playing in the city.
I got it.
Sufficient space is available for use by other pedestrians. If you unlawfully wait, you may be placed under arrest and charged with disorderly conduct, a violation of New York State penal law. Police Department. Please be advised that pedestrians are not permitted to walk in the street or roadway. Pedestrians are also prohibited from obstructing sidewalks. Groups of pedestrians utilizing the sidewalk must ensure that sufficient space is available for use by other pedestrians. If you unlawfully obstruct pedestrian traffic or walk in the street or roadway, you may be placed.
Ain't no fascist USA! No cops! No KKK! 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 No fascist USA! No
I saw on that video.
An angry Eric Adams today, the Brooklyn Borough president, frustrated by the actions of one officer Friday who punched at least 2 teenagers on a subway platform.
You cannot openly punch a young person in the face merely because you are caught up in the aggression of the moment. That is how you have dangerous encounters take place.
The incident occurred after a fight between 2 groups of teens spilled onto the subway platform at J Street Metrotech in Brooklyn.
It was really emotional for my friend.
His friend was one of those punched. Meanwhile, at City Hall, a similar protest about police response.
What do we want? Justice! What do we want now?
In this video, officers have guns drawn as the train pulls in at Franklin Avenue. The suspect is sitting, arms in the air, and yet he is pulled to the ground.
What happens when systems see black and brown bodies doing the same thing sometimes that other communities do? The response is always overzealousness, always overreaction, always excessive force.
Eric Adams was a police officer for 22 years and says these incidents are troubling.
The actions of that officer was an embarrassment to the police department. It was an embarrassment to the officers who did what they were supposed to do. And it was an embarrassment to the people of the city of New York, and he should be placed on modified assignment.
What's the policy? Because they locked in right now, and they heard us trashing the cop, or at least me anyway, punching a kid on the platform at J Street Metro Tech, which the video's been circulating around. So you see a bunch of kids, clearly a melee, kids fighting some, cops are trying to bring it under control. And on the video, a cop comes off camera, runs up to one of the kids and lays him the F out.
It is a clean, straight right hand. Like, as they're letting go of the kid, they kind of let go of him. The kid basically turns around, and when he turns around, just gets completely walloped in the face, goes to the ground, and then they put his arms behind his back.
Well, and then that cop gets up from that kid and squares off with another kid. That other kid that he squares off with, that he didn't sucker punch, because you sucker punched the one kid, you squared up with that other kid, he two-piece.
He fought back. They had to just straight knuckle up and went back and forth. And I was saying earlier that I thought it's hard when you can't see the whole video to understand what happened. But I watched it again. I'll say this: it's very difficult to foresee a circumstance in which that would have been appropriate at all. I cannot really understand in which it would have been that would have made a cop do what he did. It looked like he just showed up late to a fight and was like, "I'm getting my punches in."
Good morning. Just follow up to the incident inside the train station. The cops responded to 911 calls for a large fight. They arrested 2 females.
Okay.
As the cops started dispersing the crowd, several things happened, causing tensions and the seriousness of the incident to escalate. One of the things, one male teenager punched another male teenager. Cops arrested those people. A witness pointed out that one of the teenagers had a gun. Cops made an arrest there and recovered a loaded firearm. Okay. And then the third thing that happened, as cops were dispersing everyone, a police officer punched 2 different individuals inside the station. That officer has been transferred and put on desk duty as we try to determine what caused him to take those actions. We usually wait to interview the officer at the request of the district attorney's office. So that would be the Brooklyn DA, I guess, would have to request that.
Okay.
Where if this cop is not properly reprimanded, who does this cop become? Right? This is it. We're looking at it right now. You have a cop who squared up with teenagers while things were being dispersed. So it was on the other side of a heightened situation. Who does this police officer become if he's not reprimanded?
I mean, you could argue he really took the risk of making things worse. Like, you're in the middle of a train station with other people around, knocked into, fall into the tracks. Like, there's a lot that could happen there. And to your point, yeah, if you don't reprimand them properly, it's just like, oh no, you were doing what you're supposed to do. What kind of message does that send moving forward?
Well, for him in particular.
Right, to him. Like, he will then be someone who the next time does the same or worse, right?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a good thought. I
We
understand
expect them to be able to de-escalate situations. I just don't see where it's okay to just flat out just go punch somebody in the face.
No, he wanted to fight.
I
Listen,
don't understand that.
He wanted to fight. It was clear. I'm not well trained. There's been scenarios where it's like, you know what, y'all fight, I want to fight too. But I'm not a cop. He's a human being. He made a mistake. But guess what? You don't need to be in a uniform with a gun on you. Because there's another side of it is these clearly teenagers. Multiple times in this email from the NYPD, they acknowledge these are teenagers.
One male teenager and then another male teenager. A witness pointed out a teenager that had a gun. By the way, we're not taking that for granted. It's a big deal.
I'm here to set the people free. Peace is my philosophy. Rasta, no gangster. You are what for slave master. I'm here to set the people free. Peace is my philosophy. Mr. Officer, why you are do this? And I'm the king of this palace. Him said, don't speak to me, cause I was saved here by the beast. But truly I don't know. You are just been becoming lost in my fool. Love ain't ugly, so let's unite and let the whole world know. Rasta, no gangster. You represent the slave master. I'm here to set your people free. Peace is my philosophy. Rasta, no gangster. You are what for slave master. I'm here to set your people free. Peace is my philosophy. Hey, willy bang bang, willy bang bang, willy bang bang.
What's your name, officer? What's your name, officer? What's command you with? What command are you with? What's your name? What's your name, officer? I'm not interfering. I just want to know your name. What's your name, officer? I am asking his name. What's your... Don't resist, brother. Don't resist. Don't touch it, don't touch it. We're supposed to get protection by this thing. I'm on the floor, dude. Like, come on, bro. Okay. I'm over here getting my God on the parallel pretzel. I mean, the parallel apple from Coney Island. You're gonna slam me on the floor. Okay. Come on, dude. Like, come on.
Making harassment. DeMarco Morgan has the latest.
This cell phone video shows plainclothes officer Mazel Martinez forcefully arresting 21-year-old Deshaun Benway, suspected of riding an illegal dirt bike.
He has him in a headlock between his legs, so his head is in between his legs and he's kind of like squeezing.
Ronnie Pinkerton Jr. recorded the incident Thursday on his cell phone. You see the NYPD officer pull out his gun and point it at bystanders.
When I saw the gun, I think my heart raced a little bit. I'm like, is he really gonna shoot? Is he gonna shoot right now?
In a separate video, taken just a few moments later, Martinez is seen punching a spectator in the face.
He acted like he was looking somewhere else. So as soon as he walked out, he hit him.
The man who got punched, 19-year-old Janico Harvey, was charged with menacing and disorderly conduct. The officer seen pointing his gun and delivering that sucker punch has been stripped of his gun and badge and placed on modified assignment while the nation's largest police department investigates his action.
Yo, get on that! Yo, get on that! Get on that! Yo, get on that! Get on of it! Get on of it! Get on of it! Get on of it! Get on of the money, bro! Yo, get all the money! Get back! Yo, get all the money, bro! They got a gun up, you pussy, bro! Pussy got a whole gun up! You got a whole gun up, nigga, you pussy! You got a whole gun up, nigga! You got a whole gun up, nigga! You got a whole gun up, nigga! Nigga, pussy, nigga, where's my mother? Get back! You got a whole gun up! Yo, you bleeding! Yo, you violent! Yo, you violent! Yo, you bleeding, pussy! You bleeding, pussy! You bleeding, pussy! You bleeding, pussy!
Just calm down!
What you talking about? Niggas is wild, nigga! Yo, Kerry, you good, Kerry?
Vamos